One mini world, one creation dream.
We're gonna access again the map and we're gonna start creating our mobs, okay? So first we're gonna learn how to create our mobs. It's gonna be very basic, okay? So it's gonna be something really basic. I know most of you already know how to create different mobs. Um, so I'm gonna show you the basics, okay? Then we're gonna learn the cool part and is how to create some extra behaviors for them, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna click here. This is the plugin editor where you can add different plugins, okay? Remember guys, if you don't want to create this by your own and you wanna save some time, you just can go here and download the plugin pack I submit, okay? So you can find the resource pack here. You're gonna put here my UID, that is 276923, sorry, 323, all right? And you're gonna click on it. You're gonna see my UID right there. You're gonna click on it and you're gonna have this plugin pack, okay? So this plugin pack is completely free, okay? And you have the different mobs already made here, just in case you want to save some time, okay? You also have the basic blocks for building your scenario, and also you have some items that are gonna be the different tools that we're gonna use for this game, and also you're gonna have the status that we're gonna use, okay? So you just need to click on download and that's it, okay? But for now, I also gonna teach you some basics about how to do all these different things, okay? So we're gonna start with our first person, okay? So in our game, we're gonna have two different kind of mobs. The first one is gonna be the male people, or the male or the masculine person. The second one is gonna be the feminine, and of course we're gonna have a kid, all right? So all of the three different mobs are gonna be the same mobs. The difference is gonna be the name and the skin or the graphic of the model they have, but they're gonna have the same setup, okay? And why we're gonna have three differences? Because we're gonna make a different way to make them have kids, and also we have the way the kids to grow up, okay? So that's why we're gonna have three with the same file. So you're gonna go hit on new, you're gonna hit on create, you're gonna add a new one, and you're gonna have all the information, okay? That's how you create a new one. Of course, I already have one here, so I'm gonna show you this setup, okay? Good. You seen this? The name of the creature is gonna be citizen, okay? Also, you can add a here an M, so you is gonna know it's gonna be a man, okay? All right, and be sure this is turned off, that is not gonna be shown, okay? Now for the model, you can choose whatever model you want. I choose this one. Let me show you on bigger size how it works. Of course, you're gonna have all the options here on character, on skins, or models. I use normal models because it's gonna be faster, okay? So, and what you're gonna do is most of the times you're gonna have this mob from this side. Remember that we are doing a mini game, so we're gonna make it very small, very cute and small like this. All right, so it's gonna be like a small flea, like a small insect for your game. That's gonna make your game look like with that tiny and cutie way, okay? Now for the attribute, remember you're gonna choose here animals, okay? So why is important to choose animals? Animals are gonna be, sorry, monsters. You're gonna choose monsters. It's very important this, otherwise your cards can start attacking your mobs, okay? On health, you're gonna place a low value, okay? Most of the times you're gonna have something like this, 100. So you're gonna reduce until a really little small amount, okay? So how is it gonna work? This is the amount of days that your mob can survive without having food, okay? So every day or every time that the mod is gonna need food, he is gonna reduce one of life if he can't not eat, okay? So in this way, this one is gonna survive 5 days. So every day, if he cannot eat, he's gonna have one less of food, okay? So after 5 days, it's gonna be dying completely. Alright? So for movable, just you're gonna have something like this, reduce it to 50, okay? So it's gonna be really slow, of course, because we want that look that way, that the mob looks like a really small person, in it's gonna be really slow for you, okay? Now, in edit, we're gonna change some information. The first one that I recommend is to turn everything off except the water, okay? So be sure that the water is gonna be activated, okay? Avoid the water. Otherwise, your mobs are gonna try to enter into the ocean and they're gonna die, okay? So once you do that, we have the basic setup complete, alright? But no, we have a couple of things more to do, okay? So you're not gonna scroll down, you're gonna reduce this to 0, you're gonna turn off drop, and on here you're gonna have some interesting options, okay? The first one is how many items this mob can carry. You can keep it a low value. This one can have at max 5 items, but the most important one is this, okay? So we're gonna set up the amount of eating to 100. That means that every 100 seconds they need to eat something, okay? Now, this is important. You're gonna have this in 0, you're gonna add a 1, okay? So that means that every second is gonna eat 1 of food, okay? I'm gonna show you later how to set up the food, but every time, every second is gonna eat 1 of food, okay? So when this food comes 0, your mob is gonna eat 1 of your game food, not the normal food, your game food, and that is gonna refill, and your mob is gonna continue. So this is really important for this game, okay? Now, for battle, you're gonna keep the group as a default, the attack range to 1, and the view field to 8, and you're gonna turn off the attack, okay? Alright, until this point, everything is easy, right? Okay, I'm gonna take some time to read the chat. Alright, and Vincel says, now I can show you my map to show you how it's going on. And yeah, later we're gonna check your maps. Jenny Kid says, hi, welcome to the streaming. Okay, yeah, I have a lot of points of characters and him. Alright, so Vincel is telling me, hey, I miss when you teacher submit a lot of scripts, so it was easier to do everything, easier than doing with triggers. And that's right. When you have scripts, it's gonna be easier to do the things, but what happened is that we need to change, because a lot of you were complaining about using too much scripts and you wanted to learn how to do it manually. So that is why we use now less scripts, just 1 script or 2, and we use most of the time triggers. On here, yeah, same did Danish. Dashin Maputa says that everyone speak Indonesian. That's true, because probably Jaka was streaming and was showing my channel, so a lot of people from Indonesia access here. Sanem says, do you want my name? Yes, for sure, you can let me know your name. Alright, let's continue. And let's do the next thing, that is gonna be advanced, okay? So on here you're gonna see 3 different behaviors, okay? So remember, this is pre-made, like behaviors you can have. Let me explain every one of them. So this is for like holding creatures. It's very similar to mount. That means that if you can make your mobs like carry, as an example, a chicken or something like example, okay? This is that your mob is gonna be attracted to something. And we're gonna use this a lot because, as an example, if you place a restaurant, you can make your mobs get closer to the restaurant, so they have more chances to have kids and to stay together, okay? Night stalking is when the player is gonna be followed up by the mob at nighttime, okay? Follow the food or spectate is if you have some item in the hand, this mob is gonna just look at you, okay? Shall we dance is when 2 mobs are together, they do a kind of dancing, that is nice. This is one I use a lot for fighting games. is when two mobs are together, they have a chance to push the other mob away, and you can choose the distance. So it's really useful as an example for for making battle games where when you have too much mobs together, they can throw one to other place and it is harder to beat. Okay, reactive blocks allow you to choose a mob to remove something or to add a block, or as an example, push a button. Okay, and for all of them, you have different tools. You can choose the amount or the time they're gonna make it, or how many chances to make it. Okay, this is really useful too for arcade games. You can choose a mob to start running away if he has low life. You have also like sleeping. That means that from time to time he's gonna sleep. You're gonna have beat it. This means that the mob is gonna attack another mob, and this is really useful for I don't know, doing your own fighting game. Also, you have the follow the foot. It's very similar to this, but instead of looking at you, it's gonna follow you up. This is making the mobs look at you. This, and this, of course, are more advanced behaviors, and they need to have some specific things, okay? So this one is collect, okay? And how it works. That means that you can make a mob, like literally break a block, but they need a tool in the hands, okay? So as an example, if you want the mob to break a wall, you need to select here, collect, and you need to give that mob the tool to be able to do it, okay? Pick up, of course, is to pick that block from the floor and put it in your inventory. The storage is to take those blocks and put it into a storage box. Plant is once more to, I don't know, put up a tree on a specific block, but for also you need the tool and the item, okay? Take means that they are gonna take something for a storage box. As an example, you can put food on there, and when the mob is hungry, it can take some food and eat it. Also, you can ask them to craft something, but of course they need the different tools. Sleep is really similar. The difference is they are gonna sleep at a certain time. Eat is just to eat something, and hungry is when they are hungry, they're gonna let you know, okay? So for our mob, we're gonna add different values. You can add a sleeping time, okay? Also, you can add attracted to blocks, okay? In my case, I put 30% chance to get closer to a mall. You can build malls in this game, and also you can add 30% chance to go closer to our restaurant, okay? You can change this however you want, and once you have that, you're gonna put it on save and return, and then you're gonna see something like this, okay? Alright, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna look for your mob. As an example, imagine my mob is this one, and you're gonna click on that, okay? So what it's gonna do is that you're gonna have your mob here, and once more, the first time you add it into the game, is gonna have a specific ID that may have chances to change, okay? So you need to be sure once you open it, you're gonna just go here, you're gonna change everything like this and this, okay? And then you're gonna click on save and return, okay? Once you do that, you're gonna click enter the game, and your game is gonna be restarted, okay? Once you have done that, we have the basics to create the other mobs, okay? So what you're gonna do is hit again in create, and you're gonna create the female, okay? And all the setups are gonna be the same. Of course, you're gonna check this. They have really the same setup. The difference is that you're gonna change the model. Of course, if we have a male, we have a female, right? So you choose a different model, and you're gonna save and return, okay? So with this, we're gonna have already a male and a female, okay? So I'm gonna show you really quick here. Let me do this. Let me create a small platform here. So you're gonna see the different mobs right here, alright? Let me like close this, so I'm gonna be sure they're not gonna exit from here. Okay. Alright. Okay, we're gonna place those mobs here. And let me put it for you here. Gonna show you later those other two. And we need also the car, okay? All right, so right now we have this small guy who is gonna be the male, and we have this small girl that is gonna be the female, okay? We have a male and a female, okay? Now we're gonna do the same, okay? Welcome, Kau ni Ape. I truly sorry. Sometimes it's really hard to pronounce familiar names because are in different languages. So if you want to let me know how I can pronounce your names, that will be awesome because I will be able to teach you for your name, okay? And you can see here, this is the kid, all right? And how we're gonna create the kid is gonna be the same. What you're gonna do is just create another map, like I show you, but you're gonna change the size to 1. And the model, you're gonna choose a kid model, okay? So where you can find the kids, right? Here you can see 2 different kits. Also, if I'm not wrong, we have a specific kit for the Aldea, for the desert villagers. So you can choose whatever of those, okay? But just do once, okay? Don't need to do 2 of them. The setups are the same, but here change the speed a little bit less, okay? So you're gonna have 30 of speed, and on battle, you're gonna have also here, you scroll down, and the hunger point is gonna be less, of course. Why? Because kids most of the times are gonna be weaker, and they need to eat more than normal adults, okay? And yeah, in advance, you only gonna change this. I put it a behavior in which is gonna be attract to sand, because once more kids love to play in sand, and that's it. You're gonna add it, and you're gonna have something like this, right? So in the screen we were working on our custom map, right? Okay, so perfect. Right now we have like different maps, okay? Now, if you realize the cars are moving by itself, okay? And that is really cool because that allows you to create awesome things, right? But you may be wondering how to create a mob that can move by itself and you don't have to do anything, because otherwise, like, setting up everything is gonna be really hard. So I'm gonna show you how I do that, okay? So for this, I'm gonna choose a different map, okay? And I'm gonna show you an ultimate secret here, okay? This secret has been saved for generations, and it's a secret I'm gonna share with you that you probably didn't know, okay? And it's that we are gonna learn really quick here how to create a mob that is gonna move by itself and you don't have to do anything, okay? Alright, so let me show you how it works, okay? Now you're gonna see here that we have a normal block, okay? And check this. First thing you're gonna do here is you're gonna look for this block, the fluorescent block, and you're gonna put it in your inventory, okay? Next, you're gonna have here to look for the roaster. Remember, is the yellow chicken, sorry. And let me show you how it works, okay? I'm gonna put a chicken right here, and as you see, it's not doing anything, okay? Not a problem, Alexia Campana, and welcome to the stream. He's just moving around, right? And if I put any block right here, it's not gonna do anything, right? But check what happens when I put this specific block that is gonna be the fluorescent block, okay? So we're gonna make a closed circuit here, all right? That is like this, and as you see, the mob is gonna move around it. It's gonna get closer, and if we wait enough and we make it move, he's gonna start patrolling there, okay? It takes a time sometimes, but after a while, he is gonna start moving around this block, you see? Alright, probably you didn't know this trick, and even if I modify this, as an example, I'm gonna make it like this, he is gonna continue with the pattern, okay? Alright, so if you realize that's how in my game the cars are created, okay? As you see, we don't need to set up anything, we don't need to do triggers, we only need to change some specific mobs, okay? So the first thing I'm gonna ask you to do is that you're gonna edit a creature, okay? So how to edit the roster, okay? What you're gonna do is you're gonna click here, you're gonna go to edit, and on edit you have all those options. You're gonna look for the roster, okay? And you're gonna change the name for card. Of course, you're gonna change the size, so we're gonna have a small card here. Then you're gonna go down and you're gonna look for the card model, okay? Is this one that you have here? And you're gonna have a small, tiny, beautiful, and cute card, okay? Welcome, May May. Is buffering. Okay, guys, let me know if everyone is having this problem that is still buffering. All right. And I want to be sure that you are able to see me. So let me check really quick here the streaming. A second, please. Oh yeah, it seems that you're still able to see the streaming, but probably you're gonna hear myself. But just to do a double check, I wanna check that the streaming is working fine. Oh yeah, it's working fine. I just do a double check on there, and yeah, okay. So what we're gonna do is that we gonna change the health. We're gonna put the normal mobs we made to 5. We're gonna change the attack to 1, okay? And we're gonna place movable, and of course, as this is a card, put a lot more speed. You can put 150, whatever amount is okay for you, okay? As an example, let's put 40, that is the fast. In edit movements, again, you're gonna put avoid water, and you're gonna turn off everything else. In output experience, you're gonna put 0, you're gonna turn off the dropping, and once more here, what you can do is choose like a hunger value, but remember the card doesn't need to it because it's a card of course, so it's not needed for this, okay? But in my case, I always put 100 points, okay? And for size, like the food, we wanna place 1, and that's it, okay? Now this is really important. What you're gonna do is you're gonna change this to 8, okay? And the attack range, you're gonna change it to 0, but very important, you're gonna change this to attack, and this needs to be completely off, okay? Otherwise, your card is gonna attack other things. You're gonna go here and you're gonna delete the different behaviors you have here, okay? You don't want the card to follow you, you want the card to be in the road. And now you're gonna have to look for your card, okay? One easy trick, you're gonna see all the mobs that are new that you create from 0 are gonna be kind of yellow. Well, don't know the exact name of this color, but it's in between yellow, orange, it's a strange color. But the ones you edit are gonna be the white one, okay? So you're gonna add the white one, you're gonna enter your game, okay? And you're gonna see your small card here, okay? And your card is gonna have the same behavior that your mob does, okay? That the chicken used to do, okay? Also very important, guys. If you want to avoid to create your card, remember once more, you're gonna go here, you're gonna go to Resource Center, you're gonna put on here my UID, that is the one you're seeing in the screen, 2769323. You're gonna look for it, is gonna show you an ID, you're gonna put it view, you're gonna go to plugin packs, and you're gonna see this one that says Minicamp CD base, okay? And you're gonna add it to your game. On there, you already have the card with the behavior, and most important, you also have the card block. That is gonna be the same one. As you see, the card is moving around here and it looks like a real card, right? Perfect. The next thing that we're gonna do is that we need to change this flourishing block, and we're gonna change it for the road. Okay, so how do you do that? You just can click on here. Oh, and you're gonna go to attribute edit, you're gonna go to appearance, and you're gonna go to blocks. Okay, there may be chances that you don't have this block because you have to have it unlocked to be able to use. Okay, and is the block that most of the times was around here. I think is this one. Oh no, with the new update the blocks moved on the position, but on here is there. Okay, is one that is being called YeyoCore. Okay, probably you won't have it if you don't have it unlocked already. Okay, so if you don't have that block, okay, something happens. Why is not allowing me to change that block? Okay, but yeah, sometimes you won't have that block. That is strange. Well, it allows me, but now it doesn't. But well, sometimes you don't have that block unlocked, or it can happen something like that. So if that is the case, remember downloading the plugin pack that I just showed you is gonna have already the model change. Okay. For now, for the road, I'm gonna use this one that looks also like a road. We're gonna save it and we're gonna enter the map. Okay. Now check that. All right. So now you have something similar to a road. Okay. It's not allowing me to change it, but all right. And you have your car moving around the road. Okay. Nice. That is how you can make a car in a road. Okay. And remember, that is gonna be nice when you have a lot of mobs, a lot of cars. It is gonna look as a traffic. You just have to wait a little bit. All right. And then you're gonna have your cars moving around on the city like a real traffic, right? Nice. Don't you think it's cute? I love how it works and also how it looks. Okay, nice. So once more, these cars are gonna work fine. The one I have in the plugin pack is gonna be more advanced because I added some specific features that you cannot edit like this. You can only edit by modifying game files. And once more, I'm not gonna go deeper on that because I already showed you how in the previous minicamps. So check the previous minicamps videos and you're gonna see how to edit this by open game files. What I'm gonna do right now is create our last mob. Okay, so we already have the citizen, we already have the male, the female, the kid, and the car. Another important thing for our game is gonna be the rover. Okay, so in our game, when the people is too much stressed, they are gonna transform into a rover. So what is the difference with normal mobs and robbers? Let me show you in game what is gonna happen, okay? And what is gonna happen is that if I put the robber, oh, I misclick it. If I put the robber here, the robber is similar to the others, but it's gonna attack your mobs, okay? It's gonna attack the citizens and probably it's gonna kill them. Also, in our game, when a mob is getting hit, it makes chance to transform this specific mob into a robber. Okay, so it's like a virus, so you have to keep like wandering and avoiding the people to transform in robbers, because otherwise your people is gonna be killed by themselves. Okay, and if you put more robbers, you're gonna see they're gonna start fighting each other, and your city is gonna look like a little bit mess, because like you're gonna have some strikes, you're gonna have some people doing riots, and that is why it's important, because it's a main part of your game. Your city, you need to keep the stress down to avoid that the people start making riots. Okay, so how it works? Oh, sorry, I turn it on. Okay, so how it works is that you're gonna create a normal mob. Okay, so remember all the setups that we made for the citizens, you're gonna do the same. Okay, but we gonna change a couple of things here, okay? So we're gonna have the rover, of course, choose a different model to your rover than the normal mobs, okay? Now, check this. This is gonna have more health. See, the normal health is 5. This is gonna have 10, okay? The attack is gonna be only 1. Movable is gonna be just the same, but you're gonna make it a little bit faster. So remember, the previous one has 50. Well, we're gonna put 10 more of speed, so he will be able to follow him and just be able to chase the villagers. Okay? And on it is gonna be the same, avoid water. Okay? For this, you're also gonna place the same experience and the same consumption. Remember, it's gonna eat 5. It's gonna eat 1 point every 100 seconds. And here also we're gonna have some change. The attack range is gonna be 1. The view field is gonna be 8. So it's gonna attack any mob in 8. We're gonna activate attack that was off for the previous mob. We're gonna place meal. And on edit, you're gonna just place find hiding place, okay? And now here is where the magic comes. We're gonna add some behaviors. Remember, to add behaviors, you're gonna click on here, okay? And what you're gonna do is we're gonna add this beautiful behavior, okay? Beat it means that it's gonna attack some mobs, okay? So you're gonna add it and you're gonna edit it, right? So what you have to choose here is the mob he is gonna attack. Remember to select your kids, your males, your females, and your cars, okay? And here you can choose the attack range. In this case, it's gonna be 50%. Also for the himself, you're gonna add it himself and you're gonna put it 30%. You're gonna add the woman and you're gonna put whatever value is okay for you. You're gonna add the card also and you're gonna put 50. So it's gonna be a really mess up guy who is gonna attack everything. And then you're gonna have also a second behavior you can add. This one is kick off, is the one you can see here. And what it's gonna do is just gonna attack, but it's not gonna kill, okay? So for kids, I do that. You can also choose to do it or not do it, but I choose to attack the kids and make it fly, like drop it off, like making them knock back some distance, okay? That's how it works. And finally, the last behavior you're gonna add is that you can make him break some of your city things, okay? So just click on here and you're gonna react to blocks. And on here, you can choose the block he's gonna destroy. On here, you're gonna choose, as an example, I put it only 20% of the times he's gonna break a house. Here you can choose how fast he's gonna do it and where he's gonna look. And on here you have different options, break or use. You're gonna choose break. So also your little robber, your little punk, is gonna attack and destroy the houses. And you can add a lot of different blocks here. Once you have it finished, you're gonna save and return, okay? Let me read you in the chat again. So Val YouTube fan is telling me, it's been a long time I never played Middleware. I want to play Middleware, but it lagged. I think I'm crying. Truly sorry you're having that situation. If you have played Middleware before, just to let you know, it's been fixed a lot. Now it's gonna run much faster than before. So I hope you can play, okay? Yes, I'm teacher. Well, before I used to be a teacher too, but I'm back. Oh, I get. Got it. Yeah, the old versions of Middleware have really been a lot different from the news, but the good things is that it's really easy now. And in this channel, you're gonna see a lot of new tutorials, okay? Senseis, yeah, welcome Senshin. Long time no see, literally years. And yeah, the robber kick kids and also kills the people, okay? Yeah, you are a veteran player just like me. Welcome Mr. Cat official also to the streaming. Alright, and now let's continue and let's finish the next part, okay? So right now, guys, right now we already have our different mobs here. Alright, you see, I create a police. The police is the same thing that the other mobs. The only difference is that it's gonna have more life here. You see, it's gonna have a lot more life, but also it's gonna have a little bit more speed because it's gonna chase the robbers. It's gonna have the same features, but on here, the only thing it's gonna change is use the same behavior I show you how to create before, and you're gonna make it attack robbers, okay? 80% of chance to attack robbers and kill the robbers, okay? So you're gonna have a medium way to control robbers, but when there is too much of them, probably your police is not gonna be enough, okay? And that's it. We already have the base for our maps. Now we're gonna learn a cool thing, and it's how to do like custom behaviors, okay? I'm gonna kill these guys. Sorry guys, but you are being so trouble for this society, okay? Just a joke, guys, of course. Okay, so we're gonna place a lot of girls here and a lot of boys here, like 3 of 3, alright? And I'm gonna show you once more, like playing the mini city building, how it's gonna work, okay? So we wait until our city or our base island is gonna be built, okay? Remember, this is random generated. And on the last class, I showed you how to create those random generated maps. Of course, I have to fix this. This is a small issue I caused, but I need to fix it. But it's really easy to fix, but I forgot to do it. Okay? So there is another couple of behaviors, right? Now they have enough food. If you put it together, you're gonna see they make some kits. As an example, this little guy here was made by just making them stick together, okay? And after some time, 30 seconds, this kid is gonna transform into a female normally, okay? So that way you're gonna have more people and people can stay together and make more kids, alright? Let's wait 30 seconds. And as you see, this small kid was a woman, alright? Okay, that is one of the behaviors that we're gonna learn. As you see, they are making a lot of kids, and also they have a car now. Of course, they are not in the city. Okay, and of course, they can have more kids, and those kids are gonna grow up and be a different person or a different mob depending of how they grew up. Okay. As an example, this is another behavior. You see the card is stressed because, well, is traffic here, and we want to avoid the traffic also in our city. Okay, you see that one of the kids grow up and it was a lady, and now I suppose this one is about to grow up. Okay, come on guy, grow up. We want to see what you're gonna become, if you're gonna be a good person for this society. Okay, also another cool thing is that you're gonna see that they are gonna eat from time to time, so my food is getting like reduced because, well, of course I'm not generating any food. Oh, he was a boy. All right, so they are gonna eat it and eat some of the food I have here. So let's check those small amount of people. They're gonna eat in every like every some minutes they are gonna eat something. As you see, she just eats a little bit of food. Now I have less food, and as I create all of them at the same time, probably they're gonna start eating right now in some seconds. You see he eats another food, and my food is gonna be reduced. Of course, if they don't have food, as an example, if we know people, like I'm gonna do this to get we know people really quick. We built a really high tower here. Okay, we have a lot of people here, and they're gonna eat a lot, but as you see, we don't have any other food, so people is gonna be stressed and they're gonna start receiving damage. Okay, if they die, of course you're gonna reduce your population here, and of course if they die, well, you're gonna lose the game because you don't have enough people, right? And yeah, that's how it works. If the stress bar is too high, of course they're gonna start doing some riots, and there's when the robbers are gonna come out, and they are gonna start breaking the rules and breaking things and kill other people, so people is gonna be more stressed. Okay, as you see, also the cars, when they hit something or when they are having like too much people around, they are gonna stress because there is traffic. So that's how the game works. Okay, so now we have the mobs created, now we have everything done, we gonna continue and we gonna set up the behavior for our mobs. Okay, all right, so what we gonna do right here is you're gonna click on here, you, oh yeah, for sure, at the end of the class I'm gonna look for your builds and your map, Shisen and Binsel. Okay, yeah, after the class we're gonna look for that. All right, so we're gonna start creating our mobs. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna create first the gender for our mobs. Okay, so how we gonna do that? You're gonna create a new trigger set, you're gonna rename it, and you're gonna put mobs behavior. Okay, remember you can choose whatever name, but try to keep mine so you're not gonna be loose later. And in mobs behavior, we gonna go down and we gonna create our first trigger. Okay, of course, I already have my trigger created here, so you're gonna click and rename it as a gender. Okay, what it's gonna do is make, you only need to select one mob, and when the mob is created, it have some changes to change that mob for a female or for a melee. Okay, so you don't have to worry for having a script, all the scripts for two, because you have two different creatures. It's gonna be the same. Okay, so first action, when a creature is created, that is right here. All right, and we need to choose, of course, which creature. Otherwise, as an example, our card can be transformed into a woman, and we don't want that. Or to a melee, we want only people to be transformed. And what we're gonna do is add a new condition. Okay, so you're gonna scroll down, you're gonna select creature and determine creature type. Okay, once you select creature type, what you're gonna do is you're gonna add creature in the event is equals to citizen. Okay, but remember we need to choose first the male one. Okay, so you're gonna select the male one, that is gonna be citizen, and you're gonna save it. Okay, so creature in the event, yes, citizen. Okay, now we gonna tell the game that only 50% of the times, half of the times, is when the mob is gonna be transformed into a woman. Right, and to do that, you're gonna go here, you're gonna do math here. I know we are scared all of about math, but this is simple, and you're gonna choose numerical comparison. Okay, once you choose numerical comparison, the way you check the chances, remember chances one go for 0 to 100, half of the chances are gonna be 50. So we're gonna choose here, and we're gonna do function and math again and choose random number. Remember, this is how do you create random possibilities to do something. Okay, it's gonna give random number in between 0 or 1 in this case and 100. Okay, so you're gonna put the same values I have here. In the middle, be sure that you put options, and you're gonna choose less than or equals to, and you're gonna choose 51 here. Okay, so that means half of the times, if and half of the times a monster a person comes to your city, we have 50% chance to, and this is how we transform the mobs. Okay, so you're gonna go here, you're gonna select creature, and all of these options you're gonna select replace creature. Okay, and what it's gonna do is just gonna change one creature for other. Okay, so we're gonna replace creature in the event, and we're gonna choose here template, and you're gonna select your woman. Okay, and now that you choose your woman, you're gonna add it, and it is gonna be transfer your creature in a woman, and this needs to be true to keep the same health and the same features. Okay, and you're gonna close up. So now how you can test that? You can just put an egg in your hand, and every time you use it, if you can do that really easily, you can go just here. Okay, You put a tool in your hand, you can select this one or this one, and you can put some mobs in your hands, okay? As an example, you're gonna have the mock, but be sure you put too much of them, okay? So you're gonna put 64 of this one. You're gonna place the item here. Let's put it right here, so it's not gonna be inconvenient for us. And let's put this on here, okay? So the way you can test is you're gonna place on play, and you're just gonna open here. You're gonna put it in your inventory. You're gonna close that, and what you're gonna do is just put some mobs in the floor, okay? As an example, this is a male, this is a male, this is a male, this is a female, and you see from time to time the mobs are changing to a woman, okay? So that's how you know it's gonna work, okay? As an example, on here you see that we have like half and the half of the population is gonna be the same, okay? Okay, so now what we're gonna do is to learn a new one, and is we're gonna make them have kids, okay? This is a little bit more complicated than the previous one, but it's easy to, okay? So don't worry for that. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make them have kids when they collide, okay? So you're gonna go to creature here in the event, and you're gonna select collision, all right? And it's gonna tell you when any creature collides with a player or a creature, all right? And what we're gonna do here, first we're gonna do something, okay? If we don't put limits here, probably your mobs are gonna like have a lot of kids, and your game is gonna be really slow, and you're gonna have a game that is gonna break up, okay? So try to keep the same values I already have. For this, first we're gonna do a trick, okay? So we're gonna have here to add a numerical comparison, okay? Once you have the numerical comparison, we're gonna create two different values for the game, okay? Population and population max, okay? In our game, remember, everything is gonna be around population. If your population goes to 0, you're gonna lose the game, okay? Once more, if you have no people living in your city, you lose the game, okay? So we're gonna do that. In the first one, we're gonna create a new variable, and the name of the variable you're gonna create is gonna be population, okay? And in the middle, you're gonna put less, and on here, you're gonna choose a new one, and you're gonna create a new variable. The name of the variable is population max, okay? So how it works? It's really easy, guys. Whenever you create a house, later we're gonna increase the population max. So you're always gonna be sure that only if you have remaining population at max, these mobs are gonna be able to have kids. Otherwise, they won't be able to. Okay. Now, second condition you can copy from here is just copy and paste here that the creature in the event is a citizen. Okay. That means that the one who is gonna start the process is a citizen, the male one, the man one, and you're just gonna copy and paste. You're gonna put it on here, and you're gonna say that the target creature in the event, not the creature, just the target one. For this, you can choose this one. DS is gonna be, and this is gonna be different. I know here they have the same name, but it is gonna be the woman here, okay? So why we are selecting that? If the one who collides is a male, and the one who is collided is a woman, they have chances to have a kid, alright? So remember, I show you how to do percentage here, or chances. You're gonna copy that, and you're gonna paste it here, okay? And you're gonna have something like this. Numerical comparison, random number, okay? And on here, don't put like I put it, just copy the previous one, because we are not using this. But we gonna generate a random number in between 0 and 1, okay? Like just the previous one. Remember, you don't need to put this, so let me fix it for you. Numerical comparison. And here we're gonna put functions math random number. Okay, sorry. And here we're gonna put random number, so you're not gonna be confused with that. And you're gonna select 1 and 100, okay? Or 0 and 100. Alright, so less or equals to 10%, so that means only 10% of the time this is gonna happen. If you put higher numbers, it's gonna be really hard for you because they are gonna have a lot of kids. Okay. And finally, you can add some values, some extra values. We are not gonna touch this for now. We're only gonna put these conditions. Later, I'm gonna show you how to improve this. But for now, we're gonna only put the ones I show you. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a sound. Okay, so how do you add sounds? Okay, you go here to sound effect and you're gonna click on creatures turn on sound effects. Okay, so you're gonna add it and you're gonna have like here different options. Okay, so here choose creature in the vent. On here you're gonna choose the sound when they are having kids. I'm using this one. Okay, and on here just put one, the volume to 10% and the key to 1. Okay, so you can also choose random numbers like I did here, but there is not needed. Okay, on here you just put 1 and the key is 1. All right, now we're gonna create a small effect on there. We're gonna add a specific effect just by clicking here. Just go into special effect and play special effect on creature. Okay, you're gonna click on here and you're gonna select like effect 9 or whatever one you want. Okay, in my case like effect 9 is gonna be this one. Okay, so you're gonna know that they're gonna have kids because you're gonna see this effect. Okay, welcome No Side Santos, welcome to the streaming. All right, and the size I choose is number 2, so people is gonna see it. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a floating text on them. Okay, so how do you create that? You're gonna go here, you're gonna go to display information and create information on creature. Okay, and on there you can choose what you're gonna do. Okay, so you're gonna select floating text, you're gonna cloak here and you're gonna put +1 and whatever symbol you're gonna use for your people, and the size choose number 8. Okay, use the same like features you see in the screen right now, the same values, because that is gonna help you to have the same information for me. Okay, up to now we are only creating effects and we also are creating like sounds and the text. Now we're gonna actually create the kit. Okay, so we're gonna go here, you're gonna go to creature, and in creature you're gonna select create 1. Okay, and what we're gonna do with this is you're gonna select create 1 kit at FM position. All right, kit, remember, is the mob that we create for kids, of course. Okay, and it belongs to no team. Okay, this is very important. We need to create that it belongs to no team. All right, got it, finish, done. All right, so once we do that, we gonna add a new one. All right, the last one that we gonna do is that we're gonna play with food. Okay, so remember, in our game we're gonna have food. All right, so as a new kid that has been born, we're gonna reduce the food. Okay, so how we reduce the food is really simple. For change a variable, you're gonna go to assigned, you're gonna go to value setup, and in the value setup you're gonna choose a new variable. Okay, you're gonna create one on here. Remember, at the end you have the option to create a variable, and you're gonna put the name of food. Okay, and we're gonna do a numeric calculation. You go to function, you go to math, and you put numerical calculation here. All right, and you're gonna choose in the first one what variable or what thing we're gonna add 1. Okay, or reduce. In this case we choose the same because we want to change the food. Okay, and on the middle you're gonna choose what we're gonna do. Add, first is adding, subtract is reducing, multiply is multiplied, and divide is divided. It's just basic math, guys. So you're gonna select subtract or to rest or to reduce, and you're gonna reduce the amount of 1 to your food. Okay, so every time they have kids, they're gonna take 1 of your food. All right, and that is how you make them have kids. How you can test. Okay, so once more you're gonna create your city. Okay, and the way you making test this is you're gonna making them stick together. Okay, if you go closer and closer, and you keep pushing them, in some point they gonna have kids, as you see. All right, so they make two different kids here, and you're gonna see the kids right here. Okay, this is taking a little bit because the game generation takes a little bit, but you're gonna see that they have a kid here. Okay, and you see they make the effect, they actually have the text also, and that is how it works. Okay, you also can make them have more kids, like if you make them all stick together same time. Okay, and once you put it together too many times, they're gonna have kids in some point. Okay, you have to keep trying. Or also another thing that you can do, if you have like the mobs like this, you can just place a lot of mobs together, and at some point they're gonna have kids because they are like being together for a lot of things. So in some point they're gonna have kids. Okay, all right, right now they are not having kids because we don't have too much population here, and we said if you have too much population, don't have kids. Okay, all right, but if we were having like more houses here, that is the one that is going to increase our max population here. Let's put it like this. Let's do a building. We're gonna have like, well, anyway, we don't gonna be able to have more kids because we have only 30% at max population, and we already have 50 population, so we have to double. So of course they are not gonna have kids. Okay, and of course our city is like, check this, like there is too much stress because we have too much people and we don't have food. So people is start becoming a kind of robbery here. They are becoming like bad people, so they're gonna start attacking other people. You see? For some reason I hear someone hitting someone here. Alright, check our stress is like literally too much right now. People is getting too stressed and is starting attacking other because of course we don't have any way to have food, so people is getting stressed. Okay, I wasn't able to show you that, but now it's working, so nice. All right, so we already know how to have kids, but those kids are not growing up, so we're gonna make them growing up. Okay, so you're gonna rename it, or you're gonna create a new trigger, and you're gonna change the name to route. Okay, that means your mobs are gonna create a new mob. Okay, so how or what are gonna be the conditions? First, you're gonna select creature. When the creature is being created, that is this one, and of course we need to note what kind of creature we create, right? So you're gonna select here, you're gonna scroll down to creature, and you're gonna select determine creature type. Okay, and on there of course we're gonna select the kid. Okay, remember we create the kid, well, we're gonna select him, and one after that we're gonna choose how many times you need to pass before our kids become a growing man. Okay, so just scroll down, select timer, and remember with waiting time you can pause the trigger and wait until the next action. Okay, on here I put 30 seconds, you can choose whatever is okay for you, and we gonna do something, and is that we gonna like literally we gonna reduce this a little bit. Okay, we gonna just set a temp location here, assign for this select temp location setup. Okay, and in location setup you're gonna create a new variable. Okay, the name is temporal location. This is a small trick, otherwise it's not gonna work fine. And on here you're gonna choose functions, creature, and creature. Forgot, I'm really having hard times pronouncing this with the device in my mouth. It's creature. It hurts when I pronounce that word. Truly sorry. And you're gonna select that creature in the event. Okay, and now that you have this connected, we're gonna now add a new one that is gonna be creature, and we're gonna remove that creature from the event. Okay, How do we do that? Just select that creature and then select here creature in the event. And now we're gonna create a new creature. Just go once more to creature, create creature. As you see, it's very repetitive, but really easy, okay? And what you're gonna do is create one male. Remember, the one who has a trigger to transform into a woman is the man. So you're gonna select the man here. And remember selecting here the location we just create, that is temp location. So go to variable library and temp location, all right? And remember to make it belongs to no team. That is important also. And that's it. Now our kids, after some seconds, they are gonna grow up and transform into a person, okay? Nice. We have finally the basic mobs created here, and they have the custom values, and they can now, they are gonna work perfectly, okay? But we left some behaviors. The behaviors to be hurt, to starving, so they can eat, again to eat, the car spawn, the traffic, and the tank and the empty, okay? And also we left some things, but don't worry, we're gonna cover that on the next class that is gonna be tomorrow.